Hello and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. Here, we will discuss XRP. We've heard a lot about Liquidity Hub from the Ripple's team recently. Instead, I'll discuss what has most members of the XRP community guessing and fuming today, and then I'll tell about what Liquidity Hub is. Google Flights and other similar services may now compare prices across numerous booking sites. Ripple attempts to offer a similar liquidity solution that operates invisibly. With the support of the Ripple Liquidity Hub, enterprises will be able to source digital assets at optimal rates by integrating liquidity from diverse venues, such as exchanges, OTC desks, and market makers. For Ripple partners, this means they may provide their consumers with the opportunity to buy, sell, and hold cryptocurrency with instant access to large pools of liquidity. The product is described as fantastic. Because of the difficulty and inefficiency of integrating the crypto and fiat worlds, the Liquidity Hub for cryptocurrencies was developed. It can be used independently or as an addition to our cross-border payments solution, which uses our worldwide network to give our partners access to payout rails all over the world. Even their technology is improving as they continue to grow and expand. This explains the widespread conjecture today. After a rigorous stress testing effort, the Ripple Liquidity Hub is ready to welcome its first users, according to a company announcement. Bitcoin Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash Ethereum, Classic, and Litecoin, together with the US dollar, will be accepted in the initial release of the Liquidity Hub. XRP, however, is not mentioned. What, therefore, is XRP function in this brand new offering? The XRP and Ripple communities have been eagerly awaiting the formal release of the long-awaited product, which has been in beta testing for months. There is no mention of the blockchain in the announcement or the paperwork, leaving users to wonder if the XRP ledger and XRP money would be used in any capacity by the Ripple's Liquidity Center. Some XRP supporters think the XRP ledger and coin will be included in the next release, while others argue that XRP will only be made available if one or more assets support it. At first, I wondered why Ripple would make such a component or device without supporting XRP. We are pleased to see that XRP will be considered alongside other tokens for product integration, and we look forward to embracing XRP once its regulatory status in the United States becomes more clear. That SEC case appears to be preventing Ripple from integrating XRP into the Liquidity Hub as well. However, at least the current state of XRP can be ascertained. It has future utility. The International Monetary Fund (IMF) is currently attempting to establish the central bank of all central banks, and therefore Ripple was selected to serve on the IMF High-Level Advisory Group on FinTech. The way they are describing Ripple, you can bet XRP will be included into it. Then, I'd want to mention anything while providing a brief overview of our clientele. Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Standard Chartered, and a few others are part of a group of 60 or more Japanese financial institutions. Absolutely enormous. To add to this, we now know that this is the impetus for Goldman Sachs to launch its transaction banking services in Japan. I'm curious as to who they'll hire. They keep quiet about the specifics of their planned technology. However, it appears that Ripple will ultimately be the outcome. This means that Goldman Sachs Group will soon provide transaction banking services to the Japanese market. In addition, the Tokyo office of Goldman Sachs Bank, USA will be expanding its services to the world's third-largest economy. On Wednesday, the company announced that Japan would be the first Asian country to receive its services. The article questioned why Goldman Sachs wouldn't use RippleNet and XRP for international transactions. If any news are forthcoming, we'll have to wait and see. It's about to be coin season. If there are still those who don't know what the entire season is, this should help. Good. Money goes into Bitcoin in Phase 1, driving up its price, and then into Ethereum in phase overlap, where it has trouble keeping up with Bitcoin. Ethereum trades places with Bitcoin and eventually begins to outperform it. There is speculation of a flip as Phase 2 of Ethereum continues to surpass Bitcoin. Phase overlap capital is moving into large caps, where we expect to see substantial buy-ups in the third phase of trading for large caps. Despite being smaller than Bitcoin, Ethereum has been performing better than large capitalization, which are entering a parabolic period of their own. Small, medium, and large caps all tend to pump at the same time, while the largest caps have gone vertical and are experiencing blow-off tops. Despite the lack of any discernible fundamentals, large caps have been outperforming cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. In today's culture, memes may be found virtually anywhere. The atmosphere is electric, and everyone is clearly over the moon. This is the future. That's why you've been patiently waiting for so long. It's conveniently close by, just around the corner, from where we are. Can X's end of run conditional trigger the subsequent run? Patrick McHenry, chairman, and Zenga, representative and called out SEC. Gensler, government chair, roasted by FTX for withholding details of the allegations against Sam Bankman. What's taking so long to get the doc materials out there, if not producing the needed information, causes the committee to consider invoking coercive process? In a moment, we'll go into greater detail about that. In response to the SEC's letter, the Ripple's legal team has retaliated. In support of their claim, the SEC referred to a district court ruling in SEC versus Commonwealth Equity Services, LLC. In another video, I explained how the court ruled that the defendants had broken the law by failing to disclose material information as required by the Investment Advisors Act of 1940's negligent Bayes requirements. Lack of fair notice, which was used as part of a due process affirmative defense, was also shot down by the court. Ripple responds by saying the Commonwealth case backs up their stance and demonstrates the significance of fair notice in the court system. The SEC claims in its letter that the Supreme Court's precedent in the Howey case and its successors gives Ripple enough fair notice to outweigh their constitutional defense. Like I said before, when I first mentioned that case, folks were screaming the sky was falling, and the SEC was going to win. However, Ripple's attorneys argue that the SEC's reliance on Howey as a source of fair notice is insufficient in this case. That's an entirely unique circumstance. In contrast to the other example, this one is unique. As of right now, Ripple's future is looking bright. A lawyer for XRP makes the case for its use in the pending Ripple lawsuit. Jeremy, here we go, to argue prong 3 of the Howey test, the SEC brought in its expert witnesses. The Supreme Court held that the test for an investment contract under the Securities Act is whether this scheme involves 1. An investment of money in a common enterprise, 2. With profits 3. Derived solely from the efforts of others. One expert witness for the SEC was discredited because he failed to provide sufficient justification for the 6 characteristics he claimed would be significant to a reasonable buyer of XRP. The judge also noted that he did not provide any references to back up his claims about how to gauge public opinion towards XRP purchases. None of us were ever asked when we purchased XRP. The SEC expert conceded at his deposition that he did not consult with any XRP buyers prior to writing his report. In this case, Ripple should be victorious. Prong 3 of the Howey test has been narrowed down to a single remaining SEC expert witness, who claims that Ripple manipulated the price of XRP. For the third prong, the SEC cites marketing materials, tweets, and assertions by Ripple suggesting a surge in the price of XRP was due to Ripple frenzy. Things were not what they are now, however. In my opinion, Ripple has zero bearing on the XRP pricing. It's hilarious when commenters accuse me of trying to put. Let me tell you something about using XRP to pump my bags. If I had the power to manipulate the price of XRP, I would pump it as high as humanly possible, making all of you filthy rich by tomorrow. And we would all become very wealthy as a group. But, as you may already know, Ripple has zero effect on XRP value. And I think it will be challenging for the SEC to show that. The vast majority of XRP buyers had no idea what Ripple was when they made their purchases. Therefore, the Ripple Council is critical of the SEC, delayed response, and document production. Keep in mind that the lawmakers have said that their representatives have asked for documentation from Gary but have yet to receive them. Remember that. After 18 months and 6 court orders, we finally managed to obtain records from the SEC. Stuart Eldorado, he claimed it was the reason for the significant delay in this case. The SEC appears to be playing a game of procrastination. Public service has recognized us as a top workplace in the federal government. Over the past few years, we've climbed from 5th to 5th place. Third, this is the Securities and Exchange Commission. The SEC is being hailed as one of the federal government's top workplaces. I was wondering whether the only way to get hired there was to be completely crooked. The requirements for working with the SEC are not specified. But I don't want any part of that shadiness in my life. Anyway, the SEC Gov has revised its proposal to broaden its jurisdiction over cryptocurrency exchanges in order to bring in DeFi and other crypto companies. You may recall that I warned that they would eventually target cryptocurrency exchanges in an effort to shut down easy access to buying and selling digital currency. The U.S. Securities and Trading Commission (SEC) is reportedly planning to crack down on decentralized financial systems by reviving a proposal from last year that would regulate crypto trading sites. To encompass a wider range of U.S. trading activity, the SEC suggested broadening the definition of the word exchange in January of last year. Regulatory inconsistency was cited as the reason for the agency's rulemaking at the time. Specifically, the fact that some businesses engaging in trading operations were not regulated as exchanges. They plan to attack the interactions sequentially. At a time when the SEC is increasing its staff, this is likely to be the subject of major announcements. I anticipate that they will attempt to close as many access points as they can. This, on the other hand, merited special attention. Exclusive IMF 10 nations practice cyber attack on international financial system. Think this has all been a game? Israel's finance minister referred to it as a simulated war game that had been planned for a year, developed over 10 days, and resulted in vital information being leaked onto the dark web. The simulation also includes false news stories that, in this case, trigger a worldwide market crash and a banking crisis. When such simulations are being done, you can bet that they'll put this to good use eventually. This will be made as it is needed. Remember, Elon Musk didn't like the AI rapidly growing or expanding, but now it appears that he is entering the AI arms race by intending to launch an OpenAI ChatGPT rival. The computer industry has been rocked by the surging popularity of ChatGPT. As a result, the demand for generative AI has grown. The business world is swamped. I truly apologize. Another big player is about to join the fray of corporations hoping to profit from this trend. Musk aspires to enter the OpenAI ChatGPT market with his own product. The Financial Times reports that the billionaire is preparing to launch his own artificial intelligence AI business, which will likely enjoy the same meteoric rise to fame as Mr. Technologies. It would appear that his goal is financial gain. And just before this video, you may recall that I mentioned Elon Musk's concern that rapid advancements in artificial intelligence could one day lead to the annihilation of humanity. But now, all of a sudden, he's back to being human again. Numerous events occur before our eyes. The next movie I make will also be about the Big Reset, but it will take a somewhat different approach. I'll explain how XRP and Ripple fit into the picture. I'll also touch on the possibility that Ripple and XRP will replace us and how some have speculated about this. CBDC. It could lead to the downfall of a CBDC, but the benefits would ultimately accrue to the general public. More on that in the next video. However, on that note, I'm going to end this video and say my thanks. Thank you for viewing my videos. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.